What is cracking people? Inspirational Way here, back with a bit more of a motivational video, a bit more of a fun, serious, but kind of in between. If you saw the Sour Challenge, then you know what I mean. But yeah. So this is my part one of the Father's Day half marathon that I'm doing for my Father's Day. But I'm also signed up for two other runs, which I'll talk about in a bit as well, because they're charity ones. So the first part of this, which I believe it says, how and am I ready for this marathon, half marathon? And yes, I'm feeling very confident and ready for this half marathon. I've done all the training I can do. Now, what I mean by that by train, I mean I've done a few 5Ks, done a few 110K last week. I've also done a few treadmill sessions. Going to do a bit of treadmill tonight. I've done what I can within reason, because I work nights, and also running's not my main form of training. I also train in martial arts, and I also do weightlifting, so I've had to base it around that, as well as, you know, trying to find time to sleep and let my body rest. So I've trained as much as I can do. But there's three main reasons why I'm ready for this half marathon. Is I'm not competing against other people. I'm not going to this half marathon thinking, right, I'm going to get the best time going, I'm going to be the fastest one there. That's not what I'm going to do this for. I'm doing it for my stepdad, first of all. And I'm competing against myself. I've got a rough time I want to get. I want to get about, based on the 10Ks and 5Ks, which you will see in a minute, because I'll put them on this after this. Based on those times I'm getting with them, I want to do this half marathon about 2.5, 3 hours. 3 hours is really pushing it. The ideal time I want to do is 2.5. 2.5 is the aim. If we get anything better than that, happy days. Anything over that, it'd be a bit, good. But that's the thing. Like I said, I'm not going to this compete against the other runners. I'm doing it to compete against myself. And as I mentioned, running's not my main goal. I'm not a runner. I'm not someone who goes out running every day. It's not my main sport. It's not something I concentrate on like you think. Runners typically are not built like me. They're much more thinner. They're much more hardly any fat on them. Their cardio is through the roof because they do running every day. That's their main hobby, their main training thing. What they really enjoy. And I do enjoy running, but it's something I concentrate a lot more on when I've got runs coming up. Whereas when I haven't got runs coming up, then I concentrate on the martial arts and the weightlifting. So that's another thing, is I'm not typically built as a runner. I'm built as a martial arts guy. You know, I've got quite a bit of muscle on me. I'm not going to be cocky and like I'm a big guy. I am a big guy, but I'm not like, Arnold Schwarzenegger level. But I've still got muscle on me, so I'm not built like a runner, is what I'm trying to say. And thirdly, I will be extra prepared, extra motivated for this run. And I'll be prepared in the morning, because I know what to do before a run. You have a banana and a protein bar, and then I'll also be having a pre-workout shake to get the BCAAs in me, and the pre-workout to give me the energy. So that'll get me prepared for the run as well. And obviously I'm doing this one on Father's Day, and I'm going to see my stepdad's grave tomorrow daytime. And I've also booked tomorrow off, so I will be resting, so I'll be fully rested before this run. Well, I have got to walk to town, so that's going to be a 4-hour walk. But you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Don't want to walk to town and walk 4 hours to town, but like I said, you got to do what you got to do. But I will be actually motivated for this one, because like I said, I'm doing it in memory of my stepdad. I have done a full marathon in memory of him as well. And I am doing a 5K, Muddy 5K, and a 10K next week, Race for Lives. So if you do want to donate, I will put the little link on the end of this video to those pages. If you could donate anything, that'd be much appreciated, because I'm essentially doing a full marathon now within the space of 2 weeks. But I like to push myself. So yeah, that's part one of this video. Essentially, am I ready for this half marathon? Yes. I think as I'm ready as I'm ever going to be. I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling good, ready to go and get that time, 2.5 minute mark, 2 hours and a half minute mark, 3 hours being the most. So you'll see me in the second part of this video, which will be before the race, and then part 3 will be after the race. And like I said, there'll be links at the end. If you can donate anything to cancer research, it'd be very thankful. I'll be very thankful and grateful. Either page, so I've got 2 pages, obviously. One set up for the 5K muddy race that I'm doing on the next Saturday, and a 10K Bristol race that I'm doing on next Sunday. So if you could donate anything to those pages, it'd be much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. Next following this will be pictures of my times of my 5Ks and 10Ks I'll be doing, as well as yeah, and then it'd be the part 2 of this video. So I'll see you in part 2. Bye. What is crack-a-lacking, people? Inspirational Way back. I am back. Part 2 of this video. So I am at the run. As you can see, shit weather. Been shit weather all day, so it's gonna be a fun run. But I said I will do this half marathon, rain or shine. And I'm here, all prepped. I've had my protein bar and my banana to give me the carbs. I'm just about to have my pre-workout shake, which got BCAAs and pre-workout mixed in to give me that bit of energy. Because I'm lacking a little bit, you know. 4 hours walk to town and then 3 hours on the train bus and then a train journey. It took a bit of my energy away, plus I normally would go sleep at this time. But yeah, just gonna get this down with me and then get going. Like I said in the previous part, I'm aiming to get 2.5, 3 at a push, but 2.5 is the minimum. To be fair, there's not many people doing half marathon. There's only like 100, 200 people doing half marathon. Most people here are doing like the 10k or 5k, but hey, hopefully this weather doesn't stay like this, because my feet are already soaked and itching from a very stupid and dangerous journey on the way to town, because I had to walk to town and I went on a roadway. Probably shouldn't have, but yeah. Ken, it's for you. I'll see you in part 3 when I finish. Oh, what is crack-a-lacking, people? Inspirational Way back with part 3 of this half marathon Father's Day vlog. So it's going to talk about how the race went itself and how I'm feeling and whether I'm happy with the time I got, that sort of stuff. But before we do that, I have literally just woken back up because I was shattered by the time I got home. Still quite tired, but I've got my mate coming over. Gonna have a few drinks, watch a bit of wrestling, you know, chill and relax. But before I do, your boy did it. Another one demolished, accomplished. Now, the only got a thing about this one is I did get the time of 3 hours, which I'm kind of disappointed about because I was aiming for 2.5 just after, but I'm also not, because I did a full marathon, which took me 6.5 hours, which I did years ago for my stepdad, Ken. So realistically, yeah, this makes sense that a half marathon would take me 3 hours. So the first kind of like 5.5, because it was essentially 8 laps and a bit. So you do like a little bit off the course that would add on to a lap, and then you do a lap, and then you do 7 more laps on top of that. So 8 laps and a bit altogether. So first kind of like 5.5 sound fine. You know, I was feeling good. I was feeling really pumped and really happy and really going well. 6 kind of is where it started getting a bit tough, where the tiredness kind of started creeping in a little bit. The legs were starting to go. But I still was, you know, kind of good, feeling good. Also, it didn't help that my phone ran out of battery, so I had no music from about lap 5. But this is why I'm proud of myself, because lap 7 and 8 is where I had to dig deep, and I mean freaking dig deep, because I wanted to give up so badly, because my legs were aching me, the tiredness was kicking in. Because what I did that a lot of other people didn't do, is I also walked to town, which took me 4 hours to do before this race, and then was travelling as well, and then hadn't slept. I did, but slept the night before. But normally, you know, whilst I was doing like 7th, 8th lap, that was when I'm normally in bed. Because I finished the lap. I finished about 12:30. I think my time was 12:30. I finished, which, yeah, about 3 hours, just under 3 hours. But yeah, I'm proud of myself, because 7, 8 is where I had to really dig deep, really get stuck in and dig through the trenches, as they say. Because that was the laps where my legs were just gone, aching, absolutely just gone on me. My cardio was depleted. The energy tank was low. The stamina was low, you know, all that sort of stuff. Everything was just low because that's the time I normally naturally go to bed. I've done training, but not for a half marathon. I've kind of trained for 10Ks and 5Ks. So half marathon is kind of one of those, like full marathons, that I don't do very often because I know how physically demanding they could be and how mentally you've got to be able to just push through that barrier. For someone who's not a seasoned runner, like I'm not a seasoned runner, I don't do runs, full marathons, half marathons all the time like other seasoned runners. So yeah, I'm happy with myself. Even though it was the tail end of the time I wanted to get, I'm happy with myself because in that 7th or 8th lap, I could easily just gave up. Do you know what? Be like, you know what? I ain't doing this anymore. But we didn't. I didn't. I dug deep. Got it done. 3 hours, I'm still happy with that time. It's still a good time, I think, for someone who's not a seasoned runner. Yeah, I think I've done Ken proud. So, hope you enjoyed this blog. I am going to relax now because, like I said, I am absolutely shattered. I have had some sleep, but like I said, I got my mate coming over in a minute, so that's why I've kind of got back up. I'm going to have a few drinks as well. Got some vodka, have a few drinks for Ken, and yeah. But if you put your mind to it, you can do it. So if you want me to do a part 2, because I will do a 5K and a 10K next Saturday and Sunday, I know, call me crazy, hoping I recover by then, then let me know, and I'll do a part 2 blog covering those. Hope this has inspired someone to just go out there and follow their dreams and achieve them. Anything is possible. This is what the Inspiration Running channel is all about. Just being 2 things. Being yourself, just being your natural self. Don't let anyone stop you from being yourself. Hence why I do the silly challenges and the silly blogs, because that is me. I like to have a good time. I like to have a laugh. But also to inspire people to, no matter how hard something is, do not give up and you can do it. Whether that be running, weightlifting goals, whatever, personal goals. But yeah, because like I said, 7th and 8th lap was absolute. I had to dig to the bottom of my pit of barriers and just push through, but I did it, and you can too. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Like I said, if you want part 2 covering the 5K and 10K I'm doing next Saturday and Sunday, then let me know in the comments or like this video and I will do part 2 if you've enjoyed this kind of an inspiring video. And hopefully this video has inspired you. Also, I will put a link to the 5K and 10K fundraising page because those 2 are for Race for Life races that I'm doing. So I'm trying to raise 50 quid on each page, so if I can hit that, that would be amazing. I'd be very much appreciated. And like I said, I'm going to relax now. See you later.